Alright, I'm going to show you how to seam the Holey square scarf. There are a few different ones here. This is a chunky one, and a worsted, and a fingering weight. And the seam that you put between them ends up looking like a row of stitches from the right side, and just like reverse stockinette on the back. So I'll show you how to do it. You'll have separate squares, and decide which end to attach it to. I think I'm going to want the contrast over here, so I'm going to put it to this side. The Holey Square scarf pattern you can get, that's a download from Ravelry.com, or you can get it at city-knitting.com. Pattern tells you to put pins on the right side of the pieces because you're going to put those together like a sandwich when you seam. So here's a right side of my new piece I just finished. Here's a right side of the other. I'm going to put them together. And now what I want to do is use my tail to seam. So I'm going to rotate that and use this tail that I have saved in a little butterfly. Thread that on my needle. You want to use a blunt tapestry needle for this so that you don't split your yarn. This one is made from Crystal Palace's mini mochi yarn. And what we're going to do now is look at the edge of the piece where we cast on. And if you look there, you'll see a dotted line of stitches straight across the very outermost edge of the piece. Not these crosshatch loops here, and not the bumps on the far side, but the ones right in the middle. There's one here, and here, and here. And we're going to take those in a row. Now, one square is smaller than the other by design, so I'm going to take my smaller piece, center it, and I'm going to move over 3 stitches, and that will be about centered. You can actually take time to count this all out, see how many bumps there are, see how far you have to move in for your size, and do that. Now to join, I've gone from the small square to the larger square, up through that loop. I'm going to come down through the next loop, and down through a corresponding bump on this side. I'm going to pull through, and now here's the rhythm of it. We go up through the next available bump, back through the bump I had gone past before. So every one of these lines you're going to go down through and up through. Now I'm going up through the bottom one, up through the top one. Pull through, move over to the next bump, down through that one, and go back to go down through the one I just came up through a minute ago. So you're really zigging back and forth against these loops. At the end I'll have a drawing to show you, just so you can see it a little better. Up, one bump over, down, down, one bump over, up, up. When you flip that over, it just appears as a row of stockinette stitches in between, and that's it. We'll stop now, and I'll draw a picture of it for you so you can see it a little better, and then I wish you luck. Yep. Okay, I'm going to draw this for you just so you can see it a little bit better. These are the very edges of our pieces. You see a little dotted line on the on the edge. I'm going to draw that dotted line a little bigger so I can show you the path of the yarn. Again, these are yarn bumps drawn really big. And you line them up a little bit staggered underneath each other. Now here's my knitting yarn, this line I'm going to draw, or my seaming yarn rather. Take the needle and you go up through one, up through the top one, go to the next one, come down through it, down through the same bottom one, over to the new bottom one, back to the same top one, and that is the path of your seaming yarn, and you snug that all tight, and it ends up looking very tidy and looks just like little knit stitches in between these two. So that's it.